What's going on, World Gamester? Coming at you for another video today. We're going to be talking about Dragon Ball episode 101. It is now officially in the history book, and what a hell of an episode it was, guys. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Leaves off right where I left off last week. Goku's looking at Jiren. Jiren's just looking at him like, what do you want? And he goes, Jiren, fight me. He just gets into fighting stance, and Jiren just gives him a look like, bitch, you ain't worth my time. And Goku just keeps looking at him. Next thing you know, we see Toppo. He's going, just flush, and he just starts blasting at Goku. Goku gets dug in good, and next thing you know, Toppo goes, I'll send 5 of the Pride Troopers after him. He says to deal with him, let's save our stamina, and then they disappear. And then you see where Kale and Khalifa, they're hiding. Kale's waiting for Khalifa to wake up, and she looks at her. She says, you're amazing. She goes, what are you talking about? And she goes, you don't remember? She says, remember what? So she starts explaining what happened. And then you see where 17 and 18, they are figuring out where everything's going as well. And then you see where Master Roshi's handling an enemy as well. He's using a lightning power attack to capture an enemy, and then he says, I may not be able to do anything, but you're trapped. And then Tien uses his Kai Blast to nail him out of the way, and then Gohan shows up after he gives Tien proper thanks, and then he goes, okay, we're missing one more person. Piccolo says, I'm right here. And then it shows, okay, now we're missing another, and then here comes Frieza, and he's holding one of your Universe's 10 leader by the head. He says, yeah. He goes, I got this one. Vegeta's like, what are you doing, Frieza? That's mine. He says, come on, Vegeta's first come, first serve. And he literally just kicks him out off the stage. So Frieza's being ruthless. Vegeta's looking at him. He says, are you serious? And then he says, okay, I just leave 17 and 18. And then he goes, yeah, and Dad. So then Goku goes right in front of, and he looks at Kale and Khalifa. She says, really, you're going to fight us when we're down? And he says, whoa, whoa, whoa. He says, I just got nailed. He says, seriously? He says, I wasn't even ready. And then you see where 17 and 18, they're talking, and they're fighting off other random people. And next thing you know, we see the 5. One's led by General Casserole, and for others, one of them being the female, one being the short one, another one being the frog looking like character. And they're all saying that they're the Pride Troopers. They're going to start fighting. And they all start fighting. Kale takes on one while she's protecting Khalifa. She says, I got this. And then Goku gets jumped on by one of the other warriors. He says, what are you doing? He says, hey, you had your guard down. He says, now I'm going to make sure you're not going to be able to move. So he does this to Goku. And 17 and 18, they see this, and they're going to go help. And Kale's still handling one warrior. 17's handling another, the general. And the general's saying that this is interesting. He says 5 for 3 warriors. This is pitiful. So you have the short one wanting to do a combination with the other one against Goku, and he says this is going to be the Justice combo, is what I believe it was. And then you see where the general's getting full of himself. He says, yeah, he says, I can't believe it. He says, we needed only 5 against 3 pathetic fighters. He says, this is pathetic. And next thing you know, 17 lays him out, and we see where he says, he's pathetic, huh? He says, now 5 on 5, and 18 goes, he says, yeah, he says, she goes, you're not going to be so pathetic now when we take you out. And he says, I didn't even sense your energy. He says, yeah, I know. So next thing you know, they start fighting off the general. The general uses 2 blades. They start fighting off, and we also see where he tells 18 to go ahead and help Goku. He uses a huge blast at 17, and then you see his god giving him prompts saying he's taking over many planets. 17 is okay. He uses his shield, and he says that was a pathetic blast. He goes, how were you able to do that? And next thing you know, Goku keeps going deep in the ground, and 18 shows up. She does a few Kai Blasts just to get off him already. And once he gets off of him, he goes, this woman's ruthless. He says, all right, let's attack. And then right when they start attacking, the smaller one does like a tornado attack at Goku and 18, blasts them away, and they start doing Kai Blast. It didn't work, and so they start using another combo. And the other one that was holding down Goku, he uses his rolling attack to try to go up against him, and then they go in together. He goes right at 18. 18 grabs him, literally flings his ass all the way across the other part of the stage, and she says, I'm done with this, and she knocks him out. And so she lays out one, and he stops finally after rolling, and he says good. Next thing you know, he breaks off the stage. So now the short one, he retreats after telling them that they have been one of them's down. And then General Casserole or Carrizo, he retreats from 17, and 17 goes, he ran away. And then they all come back again, where the fish warrior, he's taking on Khalifa, and she's saying, come on, fight me. And he's saying, you need to be more careful of your surroundings and not your fighter. And she looks up, there's a whole bunch of Kai blasts, she's having to dodge it still. And as soon as that happens, Khalifa's going to try to help, but the female, the Pride Trooper, she uses some type of energy barrier where she's in another dimension, she can't do nothing, she's trapped, and Khalifa's still trying to get out. Kale is fighting as much as she can, and Khalifa is using all her power to go up against the Pride Troopers, and they're going, okay, he says, now there's 4 of us, he says, we'll be able to take these 2 out, let's do this. So he tells the female one to use a barrier. He says, we normally don't do this, but we don't have no choice. He says, finish her off. And Khalifa goes, don't worry, Kel, I'll protect you. She says, you're my prodigy after all. And she tries to use all her power, and Kel just loses it. She's like, why am I a burden? She's like, I hate myself, and she just loses it. She goes to the next level of Super Saiyan. She breaks the barrier. She goes, this is me. And she goes, Kel, I'm so proud of you. She says, sis, and she goes, you recognize me? And she goes, yeah. She says, you finally did. You were able to control your power. She says, all right, let's do this. So they start fighting them. They use a huge Justice Flash stream of power from all 4 of them, and then he says, let's end this. She says, yeah, let's end this. So Khalifa goes Super Saiyan with her power, with Kel's power. They use their own Kai Super Blast attack against them. They're going back and forth, and she says, Kel, I know you got it in you, you're my friend, let's do this. She says, go with me to the ends of the earth. And then she says, I'm with you. And they use both their powers to go up against both the general, these other 2 Pride Troopers, and they overtake them with power. They take these 3 off the stage with barely nobody left. And then the female, she uses her own barrier to protect herself, and it breaks the barrier. And this whole time, Goku's trying to use instant transmission to go in to help. 17's using Kai Blast to get in, as well as 18. They're trying to get into the dome, but the dome breaks. And then when that happens, all you see is Kale and Khalifa walking. They're going, well, you should be grateful we just got rid of 3 of the warriors for you. And then you see where both Zenos are taking both of the warriors down, and they're saying, this is done, this is done. And then the one female, she goes, oh, I survived, I can't believe you can't get me while I'm in here. So 18 literally just grabs her, picks her up, she says, fine, I'll just throw you. She just throws her ass off, next thing you know, goes boom, and all of Universe 11's like, holy shit. Like, he says, we've lost 6 warriors, there's only 4 left. And the Supreme Kai goes, we need to rethink our strategy. He says, we're losing very badly. So when that happens, then we see Khalifa and Kel, and then Goku looks, he says, is she able to control herself now? She says, oh yeah, she's able to control herself now. He says, thanks you to all the power. So as soon as that happens, Kel just smiles, and then she loses more of her stamina, she passes out, and then she says, I guess she's tired again, and she looks at Goku, and then she says, you really gonna let us go? He says, yeah. He says, y'all gonna get more strong? He says, I know it. He says, then we'll fight. And then she says, fine, don't blame me if it goes sideways. And he just smiles, and 18 goes, you really think that's bad? She says, they're our enemy. And 17 just looks, he says, forget about it. He says, it's human nature to do that, don't you think? And she says, fine, who cares? So 17 we're seeing a lot of a human side from him. We're seeing a lot of more wisdom from him than you would think from 18. Because 18, she's actually being a fighter. 17, he's being a fighter, but he's also being humane at the same time, like Goku is. And we didn't see a whole lot from Goku in this episode, which he was just being a goof in this episode. He's being very relentless. He let his guard down 3-4 times, which is absolutely ridiculous. So 18 saved his ass, so did 17, and also Kale and Khalifa did, if you look at it in a different way. And then right when the episode's about to end, the Grand Priest looks at Zeno. He says, more of the fighters are being picked off. He says more of the powerful fighters are going to start fighting. It's going to get more interesting as both Zenos go, oh yes it will. So they're getting more excited. And then that's how it ends. But we also see a warrior from Universe 2, which is the leader of Universe 2, and she's looking down on them for the next episode. Then it goes down into the next episode for 102. We're seeing that Vegeta and, of course, Piccolo and 17 and 18 and Goku, they're going to be fighting off warriors from Universe 2, and they're going to start fighting them off. And then we're also going to see that fusion. Spoilers, anyone did not go see that, it's going to be called Ruben or Rabane, or I can't think of the right word right now, guys, but apparently there's going to be 3 warriors that's going to be doing a fusion. We do see Vegeta and Super Saiyan 1 or possibly 1 fighting against her. We also see Piccolo fighting someone, looks like a guy from Universe 2, as well as Goku fighting off someone, and 17 fighting off this character as well. So 102 is going to be amazing. We do see Kel and Khalifa, I think, in this episode as well. We also see Frieza. I'm going to be doing more of a dissection in that video as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like as well. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Welcome to the channel. Hashtag notification squad every time I upload a video. That way you guys are aware every time I upload a video. You guys have been killing it on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, what you guys thought about this episode. I love it. If you guys are not following me on Instagram or Twitter, go ahead and do so. I'm going to leave in the description below. Again, please like, subscribe, as well as keep spreading the word about the channel. I got so many more videos coming in for you guys, so many ideas, so many things going on the channel. A lot of things going on in my life right now, so I love doing these videos for you guys. It's been keeping things off my mind, so I'm able to do this. I got so many more videos again coming for you guys. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it as well. Also, again, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about this. Anyone that's willing to talk about the episodes or anything in general, any thoughts, anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know again in the comments down below. Hope you guys have a good night, good day. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. If you have not, go check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.